What's up, guys? I'm Mike D'Antonio, founder and CEO of StockedUp. Welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We have a very exciting episode for you guys here today. We have a lot of important information to go over in tonight's video, like a Tesla 5-for-1 stock split. We have news with the potential stimulus package. We have news with Moderna's vaccine, and we also have news with gold prices and Russia. So we have a very exciting episode for you guys here today. A lot of important news came out in the stock market today, and there's a lot of great opportunities setting up in the stock market. We're going to be going over all of our plays at the end of the video, so make sure you watch the end. If you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe to see our daily videos on your YouTube homepage every single day. But let's get right into it. So Tom, what happened in the market today?
Yeah, Tesla actually announced a 5-for-1 stock split on Tuesday evening, which was awesome. And this is going to go into effect after close on August 31st. And as we can see, Tesla popped over 100 points within 10 minutes here on this 5-minute chart. And they look like they're really bullish right now. A lot of people are going to be getting into Tesla. And I think Tesla is going to see a ton of volume tomorrow. You can see Tesla had a ton of volume in after hours once this was actually announced, which is amazing to see. A ton of people rushed in and really drove Tesla up. Really on the chart, Tesla kind of looked like it was going to start tanking off, but this split is actually keeping it alive right now. And I think that in the long run, once it falls, I think that, once the split occurs, I shouldn't say it's going to fall, but once the split occurs, I think then a lot more people are going to get in, and the volume will even go up even more. And it's gonna be a similar play to Apple. Apple also announced a split as well, and they kind of ran up as well, and they were red today, but they did run up whenever they announced that split.
True. Yeah, good point. So Apple's also doing a stock split, but back to Tesla. Tesla is doing a 5-for-1 stock split. So pretty much for every one share of Tesla that you have before the split, you're going to get 5. So in turn, the share price of Tesla is going to be divided by 5. So for easy math, let's say Tesla is at $1,400 before the split. And let's say we divide it by 5. Tesla will now become a $280 stock. However, there will be 5 times as many shares. So pretty much the strategy behind doing this is it makes the shares a little bit more stable because there are more shares out there in the share float. Makes it a little bit more stable, a little bit less volatile, but also at the same time, it makes it easier for small-time investors to buy Tesla, because it's a lot easier to buy, one share for, let's say, $280 rather than, throw $1,400 right up front. You know what I mean? So with that being said, the market valuation, the market cap for Tesla will remain the same before and after the split. They're just changing the share price, and in turn, they're going to multiply more shares. So they're dividing the share price by 5, and they're multiplying the total supply of shares by 5. So everything remains equal. There's no opportunity for like a arbitrage or anything like that.
It was really big news today. Everybody was talking about it in Discord, and it seemed like it really stole the headlines once they announced this today. And really, I think obviously the market started to tank off in the middle of the day. But Tesla still, obviously this split is just going to bring so much volume into there that, I think everybody's just eyeing this news. And really in the morning, I think a ton of volume is going to hit Tesla.
Yeah, for sure. And then, it's all over CNBC, all over, all major news sources. And we even saw that pop in after hours. So what happened with the stimulus talks today?
Yeah, the stimulus talks, those were kind of not too good today. Not too bad. McConnell says he's actually getting tired of the stalemate right now. He says he thinks it's time for everybody to get back to the table and let's get a deal done. And that's an exact quote from him. And really, I think that he just wants to get negotiations going. And really, the Trump administration and Democrats, they aren't getting together for any discussions or anything right now. And that news is bad to hear. And obviously, the market didn't like to see that today. But at the same time, gold ended up actually falling today, even though the market ended up falling. And that was on news that Vladimir Putin was actually said that a vaccine came out in Russia, and they said that it's past stage 2 trials and did very, very well. And he even said that his own daughter got the vaccine.
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect that, but I mean, I guess that can be good overall. But obviously, the market did not like what was going on with the stimulus package, and gold prices really suffered with that news from Russia, because typically what happens is gold prices rise when there's either uncertainty or fear in the markets, or like fear of inflation, or just fear in general. And it's really like a world commodity. Like gold has been around for forever, as everyone knows. It's very stable. You're not going to see crazy moves, but to see the movement that we saw today is definitely significant. They really, really bled off, and that was because of the Russian news. So overall, I would say that's relatively good news with the vaccine. But gold being an asset that people tend to resort to when things are uncertain, gold prices definitely took a beating, you can say, from that news.
Yeah, and people have just been playing GLD calls on the way up every day in Discord. I've just been seeing GLD calls. Everybody's playing it. But really, I think if you played that today, you would have ended up getting killed. I mean, it really looked like gold just tanked off. Even overnight, gold started tanking off in the middle of the night. So really, if you were holding any GLD options, there might have been, no return for you once the market opened today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they had such a huge gap down, and they just kept bleeding. So definitely keep that in mind. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a continuation down. And then what happened with Moderna?
Yeah, Moderna actually had a very good after hours. President Trump announced that they're going to end up purchasing 100 million doses of Moderna's experimental vaccine, and this has been valuated at roughly 1.53 billion dollars. And the name of the vaccine is mRNA-1273, and it really this deal is worth, like I said, up to 1.5 billion dollars, and it will give the government the option to purchase up to 400 million additional doses, which could really, if 100 million doses is going to be 1.5 billion, if they end up purchasing 400 million doses and Moderna's vaccine keeps doing very well in trials, then Moderna is going to keep popping. And really, this pop in after hours, they're not close to their highs yet. Their highs were around $95. So they still have a lot of room to move, Moderna does. And I think that this could definitely be a stock that runs up in the morning. I know a ton of traders in our Discord have been talking about this one also.
Absolutely. These vaccine stocks, when they pop, they really pop. So you definitely see some huge green and red candles from Moderna. And this news is obviously positive, and it's up in after hours right now. The only thing with these vaccine stocks is sometimes they pop so much in after hours that they actually reverse when the market opens. So Tom, if you can go to a daily chart for Moderna, you can see on May 18th, that's exactly what happened. It ran all the way up on May 18th and then fell when the market actually opened. You see that right there? Yep, right there. So just be careful playing vaccine stocks. Sometimes they gap up so much that they actually fall when the market opens. So now for the Discord member of the day. And today's Discord member of the day is Donger. So he's a member of the StockedUp Discord community. He's also a stat modeling member. He's always in the Discord chat, always providing great insight with the market and sharing, any insight he has available. And he's a great member overall to the community. So thank you so much. So now for the momentum plays for tomorrow. And the first one is Clorox. So CLX. This stock is down almost 5% today, closing near its lows. Definitely took a beating today. Tom, what levels should we be watching?
Yeah, Clorox looks like a gold chart today. It looks kind of funny, but watch for it to fall below 221.70.
Yep, absolutely. And we're eyeing that play to the downside, meaning puts or shorting the stock. With the next play, we have Facebook.
Yeah, this one's also going to be to the downside, and watch for them to fall below 255.
Yep. So if it falls below 255, we will consider buying the puts or shorting the stock. Remember, guys, with these momentum plays, we would only consider playing them only if they fall below the levels. The next one, we have AMD.
AMD, watch for them to pop below 76.
Yep. And then last but not least, we have Costco.
Costco, watch for them to fall below 332.
Yep. So all these plays we are considering to the downside. You can't just jump in them blindly. You have to wait for the break below the levels we list. And then Costco, the ticker symbol is COST. All right. So now for the unusual options activity for tomorrow. And we are looking at Facebook actually. And we are looking at the Facebook 250 strike puts that expire this Friday, August 14th. There was about $1 million put into this position today. So Facebook really bled off today. They really had an amazing day in the market last week. They really finished strong last week, but they're kind of pulling back right now. And considering we are looking at the 250 strike puts, it's hard to tell whether they are long or shorting these puts.
Yeah, that's a pretty big support for them as well at 250.
Yeah, and then that is a major support, but also we are looking at a weekly option that is $6 out of the money, so it's really hard to tell if they are longing or shorting those puts. So I would definitely keep an eye on Facebook, and I feel like you really have to play it by ear. Definitely do not just blindly jump in Facebook 250 strike puts for this week just because there's $1 million put into them. They can actually be shorting those options too, meaning that they want the options to fall. So yeah, keep that in mind. You really have to play it by ear. If there's downwards momentum, then it can definitely be a great setup, but it's definitely not a play to just jump in blindly. So now for the comments from the previous episode. And with the first comment we have Harold saying, do you guys have any insight on Alibaba and Baidu? So Tom, let's take a look at Baba. What do you think?
Yeah, Baba kind of looks like it's been bleeding off over the past few days, and it really kind of looks like it still has its bearish momentum to it. It seems like it's having some trouble, gaining that upwards momentum, in the middle of the day. And really, I think that Baba kind of looks like it's heading downwards, kind of like TSM and other foreign stocks like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so like, what's your outlook? Are you feeling like neutral, bullish, bearish? Are you waiting for any levels? What are you seeing?
Yeah, really, I kind of like on an intraday level, I kind of like this support right here at 248. It's bounced off of it a few times. I mean, if we can hold 248, I like it to the upside. But if we do end up breaking 248 to the downside, I mean, I could definitely see this being played as a solid put play tomorrow, maybe from like 248 down to 246, which was its low.
Yeah, for sure. So you kind of have to play it by ear. And then what about Baidu, BIDU?
BIDU.
They do have earnings coming up. Keep that in mind. They have earnings.
Yeah, that's in a couple of days, but they kind of look stronger, a lot stronger than Baba to me. I would almost play Baidu to the upside. It's just another one of those plays though that with earnings coming up in 2 days, it's going to be kind of hard to tell. But if they can break this level of like 129, then I like this play to the upside. But I would say with earnings coming up, I would just be kind of neutral on it and almost stay away from Baidu.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with earnings coming up. You never
Yeah,
know.
and they're a foreign stocks. We don't really know like which way they're gonna go.
True. Okay, with the next comment we have William saying, hey guys, your videos are fire. I subscribed back when you guys just had 10K. What do you guys think of Nio tanking in the next couple of weeks or months? So great comment. Let's take a look at Nio. Oh, wow. Nio really took a beating today, almost down 9%. Bad earnings. I can definitely see that. I mean, I don't know exactly what levels you're watching, but I can definitely see it. I don't see it like absolutely crashing down to like $8 or anything like that, but I can definitely see it retesting like that $10 level. What do you think?
Yeah, I really like it. It looks like there was a big gap right there between like $8 and $10. So yeah, that would definitely be an area to watch for. But really, I really like this play to the downside. I mean, like you said, bad earnings combined with just such a high chart. I think that this stock has to come back down and retest some levels at some point. It almost looks like a Tesla chart, except without the stock split that boosted it back up.
Yeah, and also I noticed that it's having lower highs. So you can see at the high on the 13th, July 13th, was sitting around 1650, and its high today was only around 1550. So that's typically a pretty bearish signal too. Lower.
Yeah, definitely. You see that a ton with stocks that run up like this and then fall. I mean, I wish I could think of one off the top of my head to go back and show you guys, but it happens all the time with these stocks.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something too. Kind of like a INO almost. You can see how it had that
INO.
huge run up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, good example. Yeah.
Yeah, so they had that the first high around you could say around 34, and then the second high around 28.50, and then it just bled off. So I can definitely see that. With the next comment, we have Zaniel saying, "Wow, I wonder if you guys will remember me. Your videos are getting so popular while my portfolio is getting canceled. Still a long time viewer." So sorry to hear that about your portfolio, but we definitely remember you. We definitely read through all of the comments, and thank you so much for that comment. If you have any questions on this video, just let us know. With the next comment, we have Tony saying, "Thanks, guys. I don't do options. I'm new. Lots of good information. So thank you so much for that comment, Tony." And with the last comment, we have Boyad saying, "Hey, Mike and Tom, what are your thoughts on Chegg for the long term?" So is that CHGG?
Yeah, I think so.
I like them for the long term. I don't love them though. I have not researched them fundamentally. I'm only looking off of a technical standpoint, meaning I'm just looking off the chart. I have not researched them for the long term, so keep that in mind. But based off a technical point, I like them. They have good earnings too, so that's much information I can give considering I have not researched them fundamentally.
Yeah, and they've been bouncing off of this trend line that I've had on my chart for quite a while. And really, I think that maybe, if anything, that looks like they have some downwards momentum as of right now. They might come down and retest the trend line, and then that would be where I would decide if they were going to go up or down from there. But I could see them maybe falling down over the next couple of days, considering how much they've bled off the past couple of days.
For sure. So with that being said, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or any insight for the market tomorrow?
Yeah, the last stock I was going to go over was going to be Ford. I know they had another huge day today. They had a huge past few days, and I've been talking about them as well. And they formed a great triangle setup once again. Let me get to a 5-year daily chart here. You can see it formed a great triangle setup, and we popped right above and out of our triangle, which was great to see. It could have been a great trade for everybody who saw this, but really we're sitting right above it right now. And I think that there's still a lot of potential for Ford. I know the market overall has been going down, which did not help Ford at the end of the day. But with that being said, I think that Ford is one of those stocks that I think that it can outperform the market given how low of a price it is. I've seen Ford definitely go up whenever the market has been going down before. So really, I think Ford could be one of those stocks that if the market starts going down, Ford could see some good momentum. Plus, it's setting up good on a technical level.
For sure. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video to the end. Tom and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for all of the support through the form of hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribing. You guys probably don't know this, but just a little comment in the comments down below and hitting that like button really helps support the channel, and we really appreciate everyone who takes the 2 seconds to do that. So thank you so much for everyone who's leaving those comments and hitting like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. If you guys want to trade the same options that Tom and I trade every single day, click the Stocked Up Options Alerts link in the description down below. Yesterday, we had a nice trade with IBM call options. We traded the IBM 128 strike calls that expire on August 28th. Got in around 200 and sold out just under 400 today. So, not every play is going to work out like that, but, there's definitely some losers too. But if you guys want to follow along with us, click the Stocked Up Options Alerts link in the description down below. If you guys have any questions, let us know in the comments down below. Other than that, thanks for watching.